So, welcome to Ketchy Gaming. I'm Ketchy1383, and this is episode 2 of the Epic Store weekly free games. This week, we technically only have one game, which is World War I Tannenberg Eastern Front, and we have a giveaway for Titan Shop. So when I saw the Titan Shop, I immediately knew that it was a cell phone game or smartphone game, not cell phone game, whatever. And that I've seen multiple advertisements for it, and I'm like, huh. So they made a jump to PC. So out of curiosity, I did install it and play it for a little bit. It started out like just right there on the screen, jumped right to the character creation. I don't know, because I was trying to do a program capture with OBS, and OBS wouldn't even, it's like, nah, I'm not going to even give this as an option for you to record. So I had to do it via display, so the game was technically not popped up on my screen at the time. So as far as I know, it just starts out with a character customization. Most of the time I'm pretty lazy when it comes to that, and I put some effort into it, surprisingly, for this game. It does look pretty neat, actually, but I'm guessing it's built for smartphones, which is somewhat impressive to some degree. And it starts out just like any other smartphone game. Come here, we have a shop for you. Clean up the dust, and they replace the touchscreen with the mouse, and it works. And the beginning of the game is just them going over what to do and how to make stuff. So it's a really, really simple interface, which you just click on the craft and click on the thing you want to make, and over time it gets made for you, and you just automatically put it on a display for a customer to come in. There's also some resource management in some way, in which iron and leather will just accumulate in your shop. I'm guessing there's a way to increase the rate at which it comes in. I didn't play long enough to actually get that far. Mainly because I had issues with it. So, the pack that they have, I really didn't see any benefit. I probably had to play it long enough, but I don't think I'd ever get that far. Mainly because right there on the screen, you can see that when I leveled up, I got gems. Nothing makes me madder than premium currency. And then, as you just saw there, they had a customer, and they interrupted that with more tutorials, and they just drone on and on. And this happened a lot. Like, it just keeps happening. To be sitting there and look, I have customers right there just waiting in line, waiting for me to sell stuff, and they're just like, no, we'll just keep going. I'm like, let me play the game, I'll figure it out. But it just keeps coming with new mechanics or aspects of the game that you can go through, like how to use your gems and stuff like that. So it's basically the mobile version, just on PC. I shouldn't say basically, it is. And it has all the same annoyances. And I don't think it's really worth it. I mean, if you like the game and you have it and you want it on your PC, go for it. But if you actually have a PC, unless your PC is unable to run some of the newer-ish games, or let's say older games, I would just not even bother with this one. The only redeeming thing about this game is it gives you a pet, and it gives you a cat. And I almost forgot, this guy pops up, interrupts me again, while I have customers, I might add, and he's like, here, buy this from me, with a actual dollar price attached to it. Oof. nothing says scummier than microtransactions that aren't worth it, along with premium currency. Yeah, you can earn it by leveling up, but let's face it, the amount that they give you is never going to really help you all that much unless you level up a great deal. And before I forget, here's the cat. It places it behind a structure in my very building that I'm in, and I can't actually see it, and you're supposed to feed it. And I really didn't get that far after feeding it the first time before I just stopped playing. I'm not saying that mobile games are bad. There have been some that I liked in the past. They aren't around anymore because they probably weren't too popular or couldn't be monetized in the way that they would have liked. But I actually like some of the aspects to them. This one, no. I mean, I'm guessing it's kind of popular. I really don't know. But I wouldn't play it if I were you. Just skip it. You're not really going to get anything out of it. The second title, World War I, Tannenberg, Eastern Front, I honestly didn't spend any time on. I spent more time on the wiki looking up Tannenberg, in which the Russians fought against the Germans in World War I and pretty much had their asses handed to them. On top of that, as soon as I loaded the game and explored the options, I found out it was nothing but multiplayer. After being burnt once, twice shy from another company's World War I game, I didn't want to go near this one. On top of that, with some basic knowledge of World War I tactics and weaponry, I don't think this would be a fun scenario. It might be, depending on how they balance it out. I didn't even see a way to go in there and just mess with the guns. It was just pure multiplayer. I mean, I guess I could have made a custom game to see if I could get in there and play by myself just to mess with the guns a little bit, but I really just didn't want to do that. And I'm not a fan of the massive multiplayer shooters, like, well, a certain other company that made them, so I didn't want to touch this one. Didn't want to ruin it for someone else by going in there and on top of that, recording possibly other people and their avatars and possibly some foul language, so I didn't touch this one. Sorry guys. I can't say whether or not to buy it. You can try it for yourself. It's free. If you made it this far into the video, thanks for watching. Have a good one.